was sort of fun.
The Sand Cascade lies not far to the west of here. It's a sight to behold. Definitely worth a look while we're in the area.
Might as well while we're here.
Any outsiders going to the capital are required to pass through a military checkpoint.
They turn back anyone suspicious, I gather.
Right. That's how they've managed to defend the capital from threat for all these years.
Are there Royal Army soldiers all over Sandland? There's even a bunch near our village.
Most of them are stationed near the royal capital. It can be a lot more hit and miss the farther you get away from there. You'll also see supply units traveling around as they transport goods to bases.
Those are probably the ones who passed near our village.
We might be able to reach these inaccessible spots one day.
Let's try to remember this spot.
With the palace close by, we're safe from bandits here. Certainly not safe from the Royal Army, though. Cause a ruckus and soldiers will be on you like hawks.
I don't want to see that.
Demons shouldn't go out looking for trouble, Prince.
We might be able to reach these inaccessible spots one day.
Let's try to remember this spot. Now that's a sandfall!
Quite the sight indeed.
If only this were water, we wouldn't need the spring anymore.
Hey thief! Magic this into water! Now that's a sandfall!
Quite the sight indeed.
If only this were water, we wouldn't need the spring anymore.
Hey thief! Magic this into water!
Prince, we wouldn't be here if I had magic like that.
Yeah, makes sense. Whoop!
So much sand flowing in. Where does it go from here?
Who knows? It's a mystery far beyond our understanding.
Maybe we'll know in 1,000 years. There's so much sand flowing through here. How come it never runs out?
Don't know. All I can really say is it's one of nature's miracles.
Here we go.
So much sand flowing in. Where does it go from here?
Who knows? It's a mystery far beyond our understanding.
Maybe we'll know in 1,000 years. You used to travel in, old man?
A fair bit. I traveled all over in my younger days.
Nice. Did you ever run into trouble?
Every single time. This world's full of danger, after all.
There's so much sand flowing through here. How come it never runs out?
Don't know. All I can really say is it's one of nature's miracles.
Do you think we'll ever explore all of Sandland?
The thought makes my head spin. I am intrigued, though.
Gotta make the most of the journey. No holding back. Whoa! Whoa!
Be sure to watch out.
This must be the East Valley by all appearances.
Whoa, it's so tall! No way we could have climbed up there without the jump bot!
And the legendary spring awaits on the other side, right?
I doubt it'll be quite that simple. Even so, it's a big step forward.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get up there! Please, falling from here would barely even tickle. Come on, thief. Tired already? You need to get off your butt more than once every 100 years.
Easy for you to say from a jump Huh? Prince!
Huh? Whoa! What the heck? That was close!
Papa, He missed.
Don't worry, just keep throwing. It's not like they've got anywhere to run. Pike, sketch all their faces for me, would you?
Coming right up. Wait! Papa! It's Beelzebub! He's in the jump bot!
What? Beelzebub? Why is the Fiend Prince hanging around with a human?
What do we do? He flattened us last time.
Don't be a coward! We're the Swimmers, the biggest, baddest criminals in all of Sandland. But for now, we might just want to chuck rocks from a safe distance and be ready to run if it doesn't work. Okie dokie.
It's the swimmers! Those little...
The swimmers? As in the famous bandits?
I should have known those crooks would play dirty.
I'll blow 'em away!
Wait a minute, Prince. The jump bot's history of so much as a single boulder connects with it.
Oh, right. Then I'll go thump 'em in person!
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
Painful, man!
Yeah! Yeah!
Nice one, old timer! Nice assist, old man!
You're welcome. Huh?
Hey, get back here!
That's weird. I thought I actually heard Beelzebub talking to me just now.
You didn't think it. I was talking to you. Seems to talk nice minds like this. Never tried it before with a human, though. Oh, and I can read thoughts, too. As humans go, you're pretty dang transparent. But then again, I wouldn't have come along with you if you weren't.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Hurt you, stupid owl!
No weak knees, boys, let's go!
Take that! Yeah! Ow! 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 So annoying! Ow!
Ow!
That hurt, you stupid jerk!
Eat this, Beelzebub!
So so annoying. Ow, ow, ow.
Are you okay, Shark?
Ow. Yeah. That hurt, you stupid. Ow, ow, ow. So annoying.
This is bad, Papa!
Take that.
Don't back down now! Shark!
Man, he's tough. Try some of this!
Take that!
Hey, you all right?
Take that!
Pike!
That hurt. Take this. That hurt, you stupid. Ow, ow, ow.
Yeah!
So annoying.
Curse you, Beelzebub!
That hurt, you stupid jerk. Ow. Yeah. Man, I'm good.
Eat this, Beelzebub! What the? Can't track him!
So annoying.
Ah, you despicable fiend! Attacking poor, defenseless humans!
Dream on. You're the ones who started this fight. Now, how would you like me to finish it?
Grrr. Guppy! On it!
Ah! Dang it! If there's one thing they're good at, it's running away.
Prince, are you unharmed?
Ha! You think those losers could take me?
What's that?
I saw the swimmers drop it. Wait! That's me! But what would they need this sketch for?
We should be safe now. Pike, you've got the sketches, right?
Yeah, but one's missing. Must have dropped it.
You've got a gift for drawing, son. Huh, funny. Feel like I've seen this guy somewhere before.
Nah.
All right, Shark. Go sell this pic to the news office. Don't let them have it for any less than 2 million zenny. Milk 'em dry, you hear?
Yep.
Here we go.
Stay focused. We could still be attacked at any time.
We'll be fine so long as the prince is here.
You do speak sense sometimes, thief.
Have you tussled with the swimmers before?
Even though they're a bunch of weaklings, they keep picking fights with me.
Ever considered the issues that you're too strong? Foe's too tough. You can always run away and live to fight another day.
No such thing as too tough for me.
Perhaps not, but I'm telling you just in case that turns out not to be true.
All right, fine.
It pays to take the time to stop and observe your surroundings every now and then. You just might make some excitement. Prince, we're sinking into the sand. This won't work.
The ocean's right outside of Sandland, isn't it? Can't we get water from there?
Just traveling all the way to the sea is no easy task, and we have no good means of transporting water that far either.
Right. Sandland surrounded by a vast desert and steep cliffs.
Dang. Guess we really do need a water source.
The Sand Cascade lies not far to the west of here. It's a sight to behold. Definitely worth a look while we're in the area.
Might as well while we're here.
What goes through your head in the middle of a fight?
How I'm gonna beat the other guy to a pulp.
That's a start, but you might get better results by predicting what your enemy is going to do and reacting accordingly. You'll find it hard to lose if you're always fighting on favorable terms.
Whoop!
We might be able to reach these inaccessible spots one day.
Let's try to remember this spot. Here we go.
The desert gets awfully chilly at night. Take precautions to ensure you don't lose too much body heat.
We deep. Humans will be just fine. It's you humans who should worry.
True.
We interrupt this program for an update on the recent theft of an army tank. A sketch from an eyewitness has enabled us to identify one of the perpetrators.
Say what?
This man, spotted inside the stolen tank, has been identified as Rao, the 61-year-old sheriff of a small town to the north of the Central District, known as Apato Village. However, when we ran the fingerprints of this Sheriff Rao through a centralized database, we discovered a far more shocking truth. Rao is a mere alias. This man's true name should be familiar to every citizen of this kingdom, for it belongs to the military genius who became a general of the Royal Army at the tender age of 27. The legendary super soldier who protected Sandland from rebels and outlaws alike. Famed for his mercy and gentlemanly conduct toward even his fiercest enemies. The great, renowned General Shiva.
Huh?
A staggering development to be sure.
for General Shiva has long been assumed dead, killed by the massive explosion caused when he protected Sandland from the attempted PG rebellion.
Ah, protected Sandland. What I did was murder.
Not only that, but his nearby home was destroyed in that same explosion, slaying his beloved wife and robbing the world of a star. The actress and musician, Sexy Terry.
Why didn't you tell me that was your wife? I'm mortified. If I'd known, I'd never have said...
Don't worry about it. I thought she was sexy too. That's why I asked her out.
But if she was your wife, why a magazine clipping?
Because all the photos I had of her burned up.
Shiva! No. It can't be. Inform General Hari of this at once! And while you're at it, tell the news office to double the reward for Shiva! And to make an announcement that anyone found sheltering him will be severely punished! Yes, sir! Shiva, what are you up to?
Zayu, explain this! You told me we'd gotten rid of Shiva!
Shh! Keep your voice down, Your Majesty!
What? General Shiva? You mean... that? General Shiva? I'm going to be fighting a legend. Now that's what I'm talking about! Send out the tanks and reinforce our defenses at all locations!
Sir!
So, what's the plan now, old man?
Unchanged. We find that spring, but first... I'd like to swing by one of the radio towers under the Army's control east of here.
Huh? What do you want to do at a radio tower?
I have a message that I'd like as many people as possible to hear. And the radio equipment there will let me broadcast what I have to say nationwide.
You used to travel in, old man?
There, Bit. I traveled all over in my younger days.
Nice! Did you ever run into trouble?
Every single time. This world's full of danger, after all.
Nice! One down!
There are plenty of towns and villages across Sandland. We should stop by if we come upon any.
Won't the townspeople be scared of us humans, though?
Surely not everyone will react like that. Some people are bound to be friendly toward you.
I'd prefer for everyone to be scared, honestly.
Make sure to check your gear every now and then.
Maybe I should just run away, but what about...
Never heard anyone talk to themselves so loud.
So what if people hear me? Nobody cares about me anyway. I'm so forgettable, not even my fellow diamonds know I exist.
Oh, so you're with the bandits, huh?
Not by choice. They kidnapped me young and put me to work. I'm supposed to earn my freedom after this job. Except I can't do it. And since they barely acknowledge me, I figured I might as well just run off now. Then again, if they remember about me and come after me...
Just finish the job, man.
They want me to take out some monsters so they can expand their territory. How the heck am I supposed to do that alone?
That certainly does sound dangerous. What do you think, Prince? Should we help him?
Oh, come on. Do we have to?
I want to help this young man get his life back on track.
You mean you'll actually help me? Oh, that would be amazing!
I personally don't see what's wrong with him being an outlaw.
Please! I'll give you something in return.
All right already. I've just gotta beat him, yeah?
That's right! Thank you so much.
Whoop! Do you think we'll ever explore all of Sandland? Nice! One down! Do you think we'll ever explore all of Sandland?
The thought makes my head spin. I am intrigued, though.
Got him. Look! Over there! Royal Army! Tanks.
This is far too many troops to be defending such a remote location. Were they expecting us? Seems their commander's no stranger to war.
Here we go.
There are plenty of towns and villages across Sandland. We should stop by if we come upon any.
Won't the townspeople be scared of us demons, though?
Surely not everyone will react like that. Some people are bound to be friendly toward you.
I'd prefer for everyone to be scared, honestly.
We should keep our distance from the army base unless necessary.
But I bet they've got loads of loot in there.
Can't argue with that, but somehow I doubt they'd take kindly to intruders.
If we can't talk you out of it, please at least try to be sneaky about it. Not sure going to the Army's radio tower sits well with me. Is it really worth taking a risk like that?
Can't say. Maybe I've let my ego get the better of me.
It's fine. Let the old fogey do what he wants.
Good grief. I won't stand in your way.
Thank you. Both of you.
Well, that was easy. We done here?
Let's go back and let Hez know the job's done.
So, what are you gonna tell everyone?
The truth. And what's been on my mind.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Do you think we'll ever explore all of Sandland?
The thought makes my head spin. I am intrigued, though.
Gotta make the most of the journey. No holding back. We finished your job for you.
Thank you! Now I can leave the gang without any debts! Oh, right. Here's that reward I promised you.
Nice! Thanks!
So, what's next? You grew up among bandits, right? Do you have somewhere to go?
Oh, now that you mention it, the gang's all I've ever had.
Why not head to Spino then? I'm sure they'll welcome you there.
Really? Even though I'm a former bandit?
I'm sure it'll all work out.
Okay! Guess that's where I'll be going then! I really owe you guys everything.
Whoop! Hardly any humans around here.
It's a harsh region. It's not easy to survive here, so most don't bother trying.
Even in the old days, it was far from any rivers. Been like this for a long time.
Focus your attacks. Bring them down one by one.
Yep! Well, so it goes. There are hardly any humans around here.
General Are, the tank squadron at the checkpoint has been decimated.
They what?
General Shiva's tank took them out and continued on.
Ugh. Round up all the soldiers in the area and hunt him down!
We should keep our distance from the army base unless necessary.
But I bet they've got loads of loot in there.
Can't argue with that, but somehow I doubt they'd take kindly to intruders.
If we can't talk you out of it, please at least try to be sneaky about it.
Here we go. Whoop!
Prince, see the radio tower on top of that hill? That's our target.
This'll be a piece of cake.
Don't get cocky just yet. The army must be aware of our general location. They're sure to reinforce their defenses in the area.
You used to travel in, old man?
A fair bit. I traveled all over in my younger days.
Nice! Did you have... ever run into trouble?
Every single time. This world's full of danger, after all.
Do you think we'll ever explore all of Sandland?
The thought makes my head spin. I am intrigued, though.
Gotta make the most of the journey. No holding back. Here we go.
There are plenty of towns and villages across Sandland. We should stop by if we come upon it.
Won't the townspeople be scared of us demons, though?
Surely not everyone will react like that. Some people are bound to be friendly toward you.
I'd prefer for everyone to be scared, Well, so it goes. At least that was sort of fun.
We should keep our distance from the army base unless necessary.
Thank you!
Hey, old man, what would you do if you ran into a tough enemy?
Let's see. Well, I'd start by observing them carefully. Knowing what they can do and what their weaknesses are will help you fight effectively.
Observe them, huh?
When the terrain's to your disadvantage, keep moving until you're in a better spot.
I wouldn't stop if you asked me to.
the tank brigade at the checkpoint. All gone, sir. What?
So, the legend lives on. But why would he bother going somewhere so remote? Maybe he's heading for our water source to the south. That's it. The radio tower. He wants to make a broadcast.
Signalman, alert all units near the news radio tower via encrypted transmission. On the double.
Sir!
All vehicles, advance east. Follow me.
There are plenty of towns and villages across Sandland. We should stop by if we come upon it.
Won't the townspeople be scared of us demons, though?
Surely not everyone will react like that. Some people are bound to be friendly toward you.
I'd prefer for everyone to be scared, honestly. Are there Royal Army soldiers all over Sandland? There's even a bunch near our village.
Most of them are stationed near the royal capital. It can be a lot more hit and miss the farther you get away from there. You'll also see supply units traveling around as they transport goods to bases.
Those are probably the ones who passed near our village.
Hardly any humans around here.
It's a harsh region. It's not easy to survive here, so most don't bother trying.
Even in the old days, it was far from any rivers. Been like this for a long time.
I guess you really can't survive without water, huh? Looks like we're not the only travelers out here.
We should think about stopping by that campsite they're using ourselves. It's a communal camp that's open to all travelers.
Talk about convenient!
There are plenty of towns and villages across Sandland. We should stop by if we come upon any.
Won't the townspeople be scared of us demons, though?
Surely not everyone will react like that. Some people are bound to be friendly toward you.
I'd prefer for everyone to be scared, honestly.
Thank you!
Closing up shop already?
Yeah, there's someone I have to meet right now.
Someone from the Royal Army? Or maybe the news office?
Why would you think that?
You've been acting strange ever since the warning about the punishment for hiding Shiva. I'm sure you figured out who we are by now.
You saw right through me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! So you were planning on ratting us out to the Royal Army?
We're putting the whole town in danger by letting you people stay here.
Your concerns are justified. We don't intend to cause you good people any trouble. We promise to never come back again. Just, please, allow Anne to keep staying here. She's a personal guest of Mayor Tor's and had no part in the theft of the tank.
Well, in that case, fine.
Hold on! We all busted out of the base in that tank to get...
Prince, Thief, let's get going.
I'm gonna miss that garage. It was like our secret hideout.
Let's not be so hasty.
Mayor Tor!
80s, don't you know what these people are doing? They've been trying to find a spring. And not just for their own personal benefit, mind you. They're trying to help everyone.
Are you crazy? If you do that, the army will hunt you for the rest of your lives.
Probably, but I can't stand by as the people of this nation suffer any longer.
Even if it means putting your life at risk and exposing your secret, General Shiva?
That is not my name anymore. But yes, even so. It's this warmongering fool's duty to return the future he stole from this country.
You heard the man. How about this, 80s? Perhaps we should hear from the entire town before making our final decision. I'm sure each resident has their own thoughts on the matter.
You're right. This wasn't something for me to decide on my own.
Well, well. Not bad for a base of operations. Looks like you'll have to put up with me for a while.
Hey, you're with Rao, right? Aren't you leaving with him?
I was considering it, but they shot me down. Said I wasn't part of their crew.
What gives? Talk about harsh.
Right? I know they're just trying to protect me, but it still hurts. It's frustrating, but part of me is happy to know how much they care. So, I've decided to do what I can by looking after this place. That way, they'll always have somewhere to go back to. Sorry if that's not what you wanted to hear.
Ah, you sound like one of their crew, all right. In a good way.
Oh? Sorry we gave you the wrong idea. We wanted to tease you for a bit, but we're not here to chase you out.
We'll be happy to have you here. We know you guys are salt of the earth. The others don't know you like we do. We'd never rat you out.
We've never met anyone as good-hearted as you guys. Though BLs would hate being called that.
That he would.
So anyway, we're glad you'll be standing guard at the garage.
And stay put. Leave convincing the villagers to us.
You got it!
It might have to wait for a bit, but we owe her an apology. It might have to wait for a bit, but we owe her an apology.
What's wrong, Pleeka? Did you wet the bed again or something?
No, it's just that everyone in town seems mad and I'm scared.
Forgive me. I'm afraid that's all my fault.
Did you get in a fight with them?
Not exactly. It's more like I'm what they're all fighting over. I don't want to upset children. I think it's best we leave.
Are you guys leaving?
That's what we're all trying to decide.
But I don't want you or Beelzebub to go.
Maybe you should tell everyone that.
Okay.
She's a good kid. It's thanks to all of you that she could grow up to be so kind and carefree.
Why, I suppose you could say it takes a village, huh?
We don't want to disturb the community you've built here.
Pleeka considers all of you a part of that community too, you know. This cruel world only ever seems to take more and more away from us. That's why the rare gifts it gives, like new friendships, are something to be truly cherished.
That's very kind of you. I'm just not sure it would be right of me to take advantage of such kindness.
Is it true that you want to report Shiva?
Yeah, that's right. I would have done it too, if Mayor Tor hadn't stopped me.
And he was right to. We won't submit to the Royal Army's threats, even if it kills us.
Oh, are you still carping about that? The Civil War's long since over. For 30 years, to be precise, and we lost. Can't you accept that already?
The Royal Army is still the same bunch of jackbooted thugs they were back then. And I won't stop fighting until that changes.
Good grief. Once his temper flares, all you can do is wait for him to cool down on his own. Just leave him be. That said, I don't think we should report General Shiva either. He may have been our enemy in the past, but he's a decent, honest man. I mean, he's trying to find water for everyone, isn't he? I trust him.
That means a lot.
And if he takes the royals down a peg in the process, I can die happy.
Hold on. Do you still hate the Royal Army too, then?
You have to ask? Huh, like I'd ever forgive them for leaving my hometown in ruins.
I think I know where I stand now.
I think we've heard enough.
Right. Let's get the others.
It seems we have our verdict now.
Seems like it. Who knew hatred for the Royal Army ran so deep?
The Rebel Army's spirit appears to be alive and well.
See? There are others who support your cause.
Sounds like we've really got to find that spring now.
Guess so.
Do you need anything? See you later.
As I thought, we don't have enough.
Why the long face, Gramps?
Oh, it's you, Beelzebub. Well, Spino has been really picking up lately.
Isn't that good news?
It is, which is why I thought this would be a great opportunity to build new facilities for the town.
That sounds great. Where's the problem then?
We don't have enough materials to build new bridges or buildings. We can make do salvaging old materials here and there, but scraps are scraps. I'd like to use something more durable.
I don't know much about construction, but it sounds like a lot of work.
Well, it would go faster if I could lay hands on some raptor steel.
Raptor steel? What's that?
It's a kind of metal that's been alloyed with raptor scales. It's stronger and more malleable than normal steel. Bolts, nuts. You can even make pipes with it. It can be used for almost anything. It can be used to upgrade vehicles, too.
Upgrade vehicles? For real?
Now you've got his interest.
I'll help you get some if it means we can upgrade our stuff.
Wonderful! Your help would be most appreciated.
However, you can't just find raptor steel out in nature. Only a skilled material processor would be capable of crafting some.
Then we just need to bring someone like that to Spino.
A skilled material processor. Oh, that's right. Back in the day, I used to know a skilled craftsman called Nors. Nowadays, he's running a workshop in Talbot, I think. Could you go see him for me?
Nors in Talbot? Okay, we're on it.
Great, thanks. In the meantime, I'll do what I can with what we have on hand.
Good luck!
Could you go see Nors in Talbot for me?
Here we go. So what exactly is a material processor?
A craftsman who turns ores or animal parts into all sorts of refined goods, from machine parts to useful items.
Yeah? And what does a demon like you want with me? Huh? You're looking for a material processor called Norse? Sorry. You can look high and low. You're not gonna find him.
Why's that?
Norse? My pop. He's dead. That's why.
For real? How are we supposed to get raptor steel now?
Oh, so you're a customer. No worries there. Pop taught me the trade. Give me any order, and I'll fill it.
Then come work as a material processor in Spino.
Coming right up. Wait, how'd we even get on this subject? Didn't you want raptor steel?
Uh-huh. But you see, there's this town.
Ah, so Spino needs a material processor, and the mayor remembered my pop. Sorry to say this after you came all this way, but no can do. I can't just leave my little sister here on her own.
Damn it.
Hey, wait! I heard everything. Don't worry, little demon. I'll come to Spino.
Vas! Don't talk nonsense.
It's not nonsense. I've been thinking for a while that I want to leave the nest and open a workshop of my own.
No, I won't allow it. Even with Pop's friend there, you can't go to a new town alone.
It's always the same with you. All you say is no, no, no. Let me live my own life for once.
I said no. Period. If you won't listen, then I'll go to Spino myself. I bet they'd rather have someone skilled anyway.
What'd you say? Don't think I didn't hear that. So, you think you're better than I am?
Of course I am.
That's it! Let's face off to see who'll go to Spino.
Face off?
We'll both make raptor steel and see whose is better. This little demon here will be the judge. Winner goes to Spino.
Sounds fun. Count me in.
That okay with you, little demon?
Fine by me.
It's settled then. Let's get started. Right after you lend us a pure raptor scale, that is. We just ran out.
Ah, sure.
You need pure raptor scales to make raptor steel. There's a raptor cave northwest of town. Can you go get me some?
To be honest, I doubt I can win against Stan. Dad taught him everything, so he's really, really good. Even if I copy his techniques, I'm still no match. But isn't wanting to make something better than anyone else what being a craftsman's all about? I don't think I can do that by just copying someone else. That's why I want my independence, so I can pursue my own craft. If my brother heard me say that, he'd definitely chew me out. Still, I won't back down. I'll be the one going to Spino. There's a raptor cave northwest of here. Please get me a Puraptor scale from there. I'll make the best raptor steel in the world with it.
Pop died when I was 18. Mom passed soon after. Like she was following him to the grave. We've gotten where we are today, thanks to the folks in Talbot. This town pretty much raised us. That's why I never once thought of leaving until now. But if one of us has to leave, it's gonna be me. Here, I know the townsfolk will help her out if she ever needs a hand. So I can't afford to lose. You need Puraptor scales to make raptor steel. There's a raptor cave northwest of town. Can you go get me some?
Here we go.
If you ever think you might be lost, you should check the map.
Yeah, getting lost and having to backtrack would be a pain. Why do you think Bess is always picking fights with her brother?
Must be a late rebellious phase. This sort of thing happens to a lot of kids her age.
Rebellious? Now that sounds evil.
You say that, but you always play the good son when you're around your father.
Shut up! Who would want to get on his bad side? Here we go. Hey, old man, what would you do?
Back when Talbot was thriving, this town was filled to the brim with craftsmen. But now, it looks like those siblings are the only ones left.
Wait, what was that? A raptor?
Raptor Cave must be close, meaning we've almost got our scale.
Pure raptors are rare. I doubt they'll be that easy to find.
No, if we bust this down, I think we could make it through. Whoop! Here we go. Look at all these bones.
Seem to be mostly animal bones. The survival of the fittest on full display here.
Look at all these bones.
Seem to be mostly animal bones. The survival of the fittest on full display here.
Whoop! Hup! Hit! Here we go. Is this the Puraptor scale you wanted?
Yes, that's it! Now I can get started. Let's see. What's step one again?
Hey, are you sure about this?
Well, actually, it's my first time making raptor steel. Oh, but don't worry.
worry, okay? I've watched Stan make it before.
How are we supposed to not worry?
Anyway, I'll get right to it. So wish me luck. Done! Here, check it out! I did good, right?
I have to admit, it doesn't look like it's your first time.
Maybe to the untrained eye.
Stan!
Give that here. Look closely. Scratch it a little with a tool, and...
What?
Huh? The plating came right off.
No way! Why?
I bet you forgot to treat the base metal surface. Skip that step, and the plating will come right off.
It just slipped my mind is all.
Oh,
Please, give me another chance.
Sure, why not?
Go ahead. Do it as many times as you need.
Oh, thanks! I'll need more scales then.
Oh, right. Well, guess we have to get more. Here you go.
Oh, thank you! I'll get started right away! There! Done! Scratch all you want, but the plating's not coming off this time.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Stan?
Hey, Demon Buddy. You confident in your strength?
Of course I am. Who do you take me for?
Then can you try bending this steel with all your strength?
No matter how strong he is, it's impossible.
I'm the Fiend Prince Beelzebub. Don't doubt my strength. See? I cracked it!
No way. How's that possible?
What temperature did you do the heat treatment at?
About 520 degrees Fahrenheit, I think.
I guessed as much.
Ugh, what's with you? Stop bullying me already!
Is that what he's doing? To me, it looks like he's trying to guide you.
Huh? Oh, I get it now! Hey, little fiend! Give me one last chance.
Again?
I'll succeed for sure this time. I promise!
You've helped her this far. Why not stick with it to the end?
All right.
Oh, thank you! You're the best! Sorry to make you go out again, but this is the last time. If it's another flop, I'll give up on going to Spino. Whew. It's done. How is it, Stan?
It's pretty much as good as mine. Actually, it might even be better.
You mean it? Oh, yay! Oh, you're the best big brother ever, Stan! Oh! I mean, my raptor steel is ready. Once Stan finishes his, we can see whose is best.
Here, will this Puraptor scale work?
Oh, jeez. You actually got me one.
Wait, what?
I feel bad, but I was hoping you wouldn't find any so we could call this thing off. And forget about any of us going to another town.
So that was your plan.
But since you brought one, I've got to do my job. I'll make my best raptor steel yet. There. Done. This is the raptor steel Nora's taught me to make.
One look at that tells me how skilled a craftsman your father must have been. And it seems the apple hasn't fallen far from the tree.
It's always nice to hear Pop get compliments. I'm pretty sure I'll win this, but it's all in your hands now. Both our raptor steels are ready.
Win or lose, no grudges. Please speak to the person you want in Spino.
Got it.
Are you sure you want me? I beat Stan. Well, not fair and square. I needed a second chance, and a second chance. But you chose me. So I'll do my best not to disappoint you. All right, time to pack up.
Please look after Vess. She's still impulsive and unreliable, but she's got talent. And I'm sure she'll surpass me someday. Right before she passed, Mom asked me to take care of Vess. I hope I was able to fulfill her dying wish. Dang it. Now's not the time to be getting all gloomy. It's our last night. I've got to be cheerful for her sake. All right.
So this is Spino, my new stomping grounds. You're gonna be seeing a lot more of me from now on.
Oh, Mayor Tor. Back here again, I see. Zep wants to talk to you. Something about furniture?
Ah, yes. Apologies. When looking out from this spot, I can feel the town's vitality. I suppose that's why I seem to find myself here all the time.
I think I understand. Though we've still a ways to go, being able to watch the town change before our eyes is a wonderful thing indeed.
And we owe it all to Hugh and Pleeka's ceaseless publicity efforts.
I don't know about that. I don't think any of the people I talked to ended up moving here.
If anyone deserves credit, it's you, Prince. There's no riper time than now to tell them the truth.
Nah, it's fine. Not like I did it for them anyways. I'm just in it for making our bots stronger.
In that case, we're going to need an EX chip store if we don't want their power plateauing. Materials and Anne's knowledge alone will only get us so far.
Yeah, guess so.
Well, back to work I go. Zeph wanted to speak to me about furniture, was it?
More specifically, about a lack of said furniture.
Now that you mention it, other townsfolk had similar grievances.
The more people come, the more necessities arise, I suppose.
Such is the way of things. Not a bad problem to have, though. There's no surer sign that vitality has returned to Spino. Now is the time for action. Spino shall shine once more.
Looks like your vitality's returned too, Mayor. Isn't that great, Hugh?
Yep. This place has a lot more potential than I thought. I've got a lot of growing to do myself. I'll do my best to grow alongside everything here. Don't want my big bro telling me my work's no good after all. Thank you!
Man, what am I gonna do? I can't take on monsters!
Monsters? Where? Nice shriek. What do you find scarier, fiends or monsters?
Oh, well, I'm used to you now, Beelzebub, yes.
Ugh. Anyhow, what's this about monsters?
Well, there's a rumor monsters have moved into the East Valley. If you go through, you can hear them growl from the cliffs. Peddlers are too scared to go through there now, I hear.
If that rumor spreads, merchants might stop coming to town.
Right, so now it's my job to stamp the monsters out. But just because I'm an ex-soldier doesn't mean I'm a one-man army. No.
So why'd you take on a monster hunting job in the first place?
Well, I recently took on another job from a peddler. He had bought up too much cargo, you see? So the job was to keep it safe until he came back. Which I was more than happy to do, so I accepted the job immediately. But when the peddler left, he joked, "Don't you go selling any of that out from under me now." And, well, that gave me ideas. I ended up selling it all for peanuts to some random traveler.
You've really got to work on that habit of yours.
The peddler blew his top. I said I'd do anything to make it up. Turns out anything is go drive away hordes of monsters. Yes.
Sounds like just desserts, honestly.
Beat up monsters? Sounds like a good time to me.
Then be my guest! If there really are monsters, that is. And if so, yeah! Beat them up if you can! They say the monsters are in the East Valley. Drive them off!
Why, hello there.
Here we go.
Do you need anything? See you later.
Slacking off as usual, I see.
This comic's just too good! Anyway, I'm in need of some more of this stuff. Got any? If so, want to trade? Oh, very nice! Thanks! Here, the promised scrap.
Pleasure doing business.
In a hurry? Feel free to read some comics before going.
I think I'm good.
Okie doke. Stop by and have a read anytime. Oh, I could still use more. Hit me up when you have extra.
Slacking off as usual, I see.
This comic's just... Got any? Oh, very nice!
Pleasure doing...
In a hurry? Okie doke. Oh, I could...
Make sure to check your gear every now and then.
You never know when something you've picked up might come in handy.
Got it. I'll give him a look.
We've been spotted!
There's more than I expected. But we can still take them.
Hold up! Looks like they've got us surrounded.
An ambush. What do we do? We're sitting ducks out here.
Watch your rear. Biels, thief, you ready for this?
It's like you have to ask.
How many times must I tell you to address him as Prince Beelzebub?
There! That'll show ya! Are there Royal Army soldiers all over Sandland? There's even a bunch near our village.
Most of them are stationed near the royal capital. It can be a lot more hit and miss the farther you get away from there. You'll also see supply units traveling around as they transport goods to bases.
Those are probably the ones who pass near our village.
Dang, it's busted.
Looks like they disabled it in advance to keep us from using it. They read us like a book. This commander's a pro.
So you're saying this was all for nothing?
No, I think we can get it fixed. Just need the right materials.
We can use this to find out about the area. If we can get it fixed up, that is. We can repair it, just need materials.
News office? This is Shiva. Former General Shiva. Yes, the man himself. I have something I want to tell the people of this country, if you'll let me transmit it. Yes, right away, please.
We have just received radio contact from a man claiming to be General Shiva himself.
What?
He has a message for you all, and while we have not been able to confirm his identity, we have agreed to transmit his words live on air, beginning now.
This is Shiva. First, allow me to sincerely apologize to you all for any distress I may have caused.
All units, cut the engines! Make it quiet!
I freely confess to the crime of stealing a tank. But unlike what you were told previously, I have not attacked any villages with it. I swear this on my life.
It is not my aim to spread panic and confusion amid this country. I intend only to find a legendary spring, which I assure you is no mere fairy tale. For this country cannot withstand any more drought.
Spring? Did he say spring? What is he even talking about?
So please, just allow me to finish this mission without interference. When I find the spring, I promise to make its location public and return the tank I stole. That is all.
Actually, I have one final message for a certain person on an entirely different subject. Though this doesn't absolve my role in causing that explosion 30 years ago, I've learned the truth behind it.
Commander Zayu, you are the only one I will never forgive. Over and out.
Mr. Shiva, a question if you, I'm afraid he's cut the line.
Contact the news office immediately! Tell them that they are never to allow that criminal to speak freely on air again!
This is bad, isn't it, Zayu? He said something about the truth behind that explosion! And then there's that spring he said he's looking for. Do you think what he's really referring to is our secret water source? Oh, this is bad. Very, very bad!
I'm sorry for dragging you two into this. All right, let's keep heading south.
Here we go.
Why did you have to go pick a fight with the commander of the Royal Army?
Sorry, when it comes to that man, I just can't keep my composure.
I swear, the moment he shows up, I'm out of here.
Good, you do that. This score is mine to settle.
You think the army's gonna come after us?
Without a doubt. They heard that broadcast. They aren't gonna sit by and let us do what we said.
That should be interesting.
We'll probably find traveling merchants on the main roads. They roam over Sandland, peddling their wares to all comers.
Fellow travelers, huh? If we find any, let's stop and compare notes with them. Looks like there's something up there. We could reach it if we had a vehicle that could jump. traveling, old man?
A fair bit. I traveled all over in my younger days.
Nice. Did you ever run into trouble?
Every single time. This world's full of danger, after all. Might be able to reach these inaccessible spots one day.
Let's try to remember this spot. Tell me something. How do humans make a living?
Crafts, agriculture, hunting, trade. It's pretty varied. And some bad eggs resort to thievery, of course.
Whoop! Do you think we'll ever explore all of Sandland?
The thought makes my head spin. I am intrigued, though.
Gotta make the most of the journey. No holding back.
These ruins look relatively big. Our bot's ability should come in handy for exploring them.
Are you really sure it's safe to drive a bot around such dilapidated ruins?
There's no choice if we want to access all its areas.
Maybe so. But I can't help imagining the whole place coming down on our heads.
Odd ruins. I wonder what they might have originally been built for.
Hidden treasure, too. Maybe it was, I don't know, playground?
One dangerous place to leave your children.
Royal Army soldiers all over Sandland? There's even a bunch near our village.
Most of them are stationed near the royal capital. It can be a lot more hit and miss the farther you get away from there. You'll also see supply units traveling around as they transport goods to bases.
Those are probably the ones who passed near our village.
When fighting in cramped areas like cliffs, beware of blind spots. Getting caught off guard puts you at a disadvantage.
I definitely hate to lose like that. I'll be careful. Whoop!
Odd ruins. I wonder what they might have originally been built for.
There's hidden treasure too. Maybe it was, I don't know, a playground?
One dangerous place to leave your children.
These ruins look relatively big. Our bot's ability should come in handy for exploring them.
Are you really sure it's safe to drive a bot around such dilapidated ruins?
There's no choice if we want to access all its areas.
Maybe so, but I can't help imagining the whole place coming down on our heads.
We'll probably find traveling merchants on the main roads. They roam over Sandland, peddling their wares to all comers.
Fellow travelers, huh? If we find any, let's stop and compare notes with them. Hey, old man, what would you do if you ran into a tough enemy?
Let's see. Well, I'd start by observing them carefully. Knowing what they can do and what their weaknesses are will help you fight effectively.
Serve them, huh? We'll try that next time.
Make sure to check your gear every now and then.
You never know when something you've picked up might come in handy.
Got it. I'll give him a look.
Under the sand, Prince. He could surface anywhere.
No, I know!
Prince! Watch out for the pincer! It's under the sand, Prince. He could surface anywhere. Maybe you can lure it out with a powerful hit to the ground.
Hardly any humans around here.
It's a harsh region. It's not easy to survive here, so most don't bother trying.
Even in the old days, it was far from any rivers. Been like this for a long time.
I guess you really can't survive without water, huh? we could reach it. If we had a vehicle that could jump. Looks like we're not the only travelers out here.
We should think about stopping by that campsite they're using ourselves. It's a communal camp that's open to all travelers.
Talk about convenient!
Supreme Commander Zeus, sir. Yes, sir. I believe General Shiva is very close.
He is no general. A mere ghost requires no title. Don't even try to capture him alive. Understand? Kill him! Once and for all! That's an order!
Forgive me, but might I ask you just one thing, Supreme Commander? What Shiva said about the truth behind that explosion. You see, my own father was killed in that explosion, so...
You fool! There is absolutely nothing of the sort! Shiva is only trying to rattle us! Hurry up and get rid of him already!
My apologies!
Papa, he said he's looking for a spring.
You dolt! Don't fall for it! He's just pretending to be some selfless goody two-shoes! You can't trust people like that! Though if there's one thing we can agree on, it's that Zeus a damn rat. All right. Come on, Guppy! Fire one shot right at the midpoint between Shiva and the Royal Army!
Got it, Papa. It's Shiva! All tanks, prepare for battle!
Enemy tank brigade! They're close by!
What?
Prepare to engage! Hurry! Prince, take cover behind the rocks and swing around in the other direction to attack them!
into position!
Nice! All the enemy tanks are toast!
A fight like that must have been a piece of cake for you, Prince.
I know! Pretty badass, huh?
Hold on. That was way too easy. Their commander's probably still...
Get them!
Prince, that's the commander! As long as their commander still stands, this battle won't end. Take him out! Keep circling around it. Stay behind cover. Keep circling around it. Stay behind cover. Around it to stay behind cover.
Back into position!
Keep circling around it to stay behind cover.
You can do this, Prince! You can do this, Prince!
Don't let up, Prince! That's the stuff! Keep circling around it to stay behind cover.
Prince!
Don't let up, Prince!
Pursue them!
Don't let up, Prince!
Back into position!
You can do this, Prince! Go for it, Prince!
Pursue them!
You can do this, Prince!
rumor about you! That you're searching for a water source for Sandland's people. Is it true?
Yeah, it's the truth. The King's Water is too expensive for most people to even afford the bare minimum to survive. So I promised my village that I would find a legendary spring. And they pooled what little money they had to send me off.
And do you truly believe that such a spring exists?
Of course I do. But something doesn't add up about the King's Water source. There's some secret there, huh?
Sorry. But as a general of the Royal Army, I'm afraid that's one question I can't answer. Unbelievable. He's superhuman. He saw through our tactics and completely disabled our unit with 0 loss of life. He's exactly the man my father said he was. I can't hope to compete. He's on a whole different plane. I'm afraid I can't tell you about the spring, and despite not answering your question, I have one for you. On the radio, you mentioned the truth behind the explosion 30 years ago. What is it?
You may not want to hear it. I believe it, but I've got no hard proof.
I am Are, the son of Apo, one of your very own officers. Please, tell me. I need to know the truth of my father's death.
Apo's son, eh? I see. Very well, then. Thief, you're our source. He should hear it from you.
You've got to be. Must I do everything around here?
Hold on! Don't tell me you heard this story from him! You take the word of a demon?
If you won't listen to what he has to say, I can't force you. But let me say this. In this whole twisted world, I haven't met anyone as honest as these two. I trust them far, far more than any human, at least. Would you let prejudice blind you to the truth? Just like how our fear and suspicion of the Peachy caused this terrible tragedy.
The Peachy? What do you mean by that?
Papa! The guys from the army look like they're surrendering.
Ugh! Bunch of spineless cowards! But at least they're all together in one spot with Beelzebub. Now's our chance. Guppy! Turn every last one of them into fertilizer with that cannon of yours! That bounty's as good as ours!
Damn it!
What was that just now?
A cannon? No. Don't tell me there was another tank!
No, it came from somewhere above us. I'll hop up high and look around. It's the swimmers! Those little...
Beelzebub spotted us!
Gah! Gah! Time to split!
Dang it! They got away again! I'm gonna pulverize them next time!
That Beelzebub just saved our lives. Perhaps it's true that we've misjudged the demons. All right, I'll hear it. Tell me the story of what caused the explosion 30 years ago, Thief.
Nope, not till I hear the magic word.
You little imp! Who do you think you're... Silence, you!
Please just tell me. Please?
All right, enough. Listen up.
That's impossible. No, surely that can't be true. I know Commander Zayu is a cold man, but I can't believe he could be so inhuman.
Well, we've said our piece. And sorry, but it looks like we'll have to borrow the tank a bit longer.
Sir, are you sure? Should we really be letting Shiva go like this?
What do you mean by that? We never had him to begin with.
What?
We almost did, until the swimmers struck out of nowhere, that is. They took out our tanks, then fled. That is what happened, isn't it?
Sir, yes, sir!
Now, guess I should make my report to Supreme Commander Zayu. No, there's something I have to confirm with the king first.
Okay, now we can finally start heading south again.
in the...
Broiling quicksand everywhere you look. One wrong step, and you'll be swallowed up.
Don't worry.
I'm light as a feather.
See?
Anyway, we can't proceed south unless we figure out how to get past this place.
And how are we supposed to do that? Even the prince sinks like a rock in the stuff. None of our bots will help either. The tank or jump bot would only be even worse off.
It would be easy if we could just fly over it. But with planes outlawed,
What if we just, ran really fast?
explain, please.
It kind of felt like I was sinking more slowly while I was running.
Aha! Cross before sinking to the point of no return, eh? Prince, thief, let's head back to Spino.
Let me guess. And to the rescue again?
Hey, Anne, you gotta build us the fastest ride ever.
I'm fine, thanks for asking. Sounds fun, but I need the deets.
You see, some intense quicksand is blocking our path south of here. We need something that can zip across it before it sinks.
Well, can't you use your car?
It's too slow. The sand would swallow it up.
In that case... maybe my bike might work. Too bad I don't have it.
That's helpful.
It got wrecked during my whole high-speed chase with the Royal Army back in Talbot.
Couldn't you fix it if you had one of those core frame whatsits?
Sure, but I haven't recovered that from the wreck. We'll have to go get it.
Then that's what we'll do. Where is it?
I was pretty focused on just getting away, so I've only got a rough idea. I know it should be somewhere north of Talbot at least.
How specific?
But I think I'll be able to remember more once we get closer.
Good. Let's go together.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. What did you say?
I said, let's go together.
So you do need me on the team.
That grin of yours is weirding me out.
Oh, hush. Let's get going already. Do you need anything? See you later.
Here we go.
Hey, you were a general in the Royal Army, right?
A long time ago, yes. Not that you can erase the past. Nor would it be right to do so. I have to live with what I've done.
I see. Is it okay to keep calling you by the name we've known you as?
Absolutely. I'm Rao now, not Shiva.
You mean you've given up your name forever? Why do something so drastic?
It was the only way I could live with myself.
So you say that you left the bike somewhere around these parts?
Somewhere, yeah. I was kind of focused on escaping. Strange. I know it's around here somewhere.
Maybe the Royals claimed it after they arrested you.
What's that?
A Terrano. Seemed to be carrying something in its mouth.
Speaking of which, I've heard that Terranos build their nests out of metal.
If that's true, then maybe one of them took my bike?
That's quite possible.
Then we should go after it.
It's already out of sight.
Not to worry. They like to nest on rocky cliffs just like these. Let's head after it and see if we can find a way up those cliffs. Terranovision is very sensitive to movement and shiny objects. It only takes the slightest stimulation to draw their attention.
If only it was so easy to get the prince to pay attention.
Terranos are especially ornery this time of year. Whatever you do, don't provoke them.
Is that so?
See? What did I tell you?
Why'd you suddenly slow down, Gramps? Are you all tuckered out already?
Oh, hush. I just remembered a scary rumor about Terranos.
A scary room. I want to hear.
Apparently, it's possible for them to occasionally grow to enormous sizes and become extremely aggressive.
For real? We gotta catch one!
You could probably leap over that quicksand by riding one that big, huh?
Were you not listening when I said the giant ones are also extremely aggressive? Don't take them lightly!
The road's steep. Let's use the jump bot.
Agreed.
Be sure to watch your step and your head.
Took some real damage back there.
I'm mildly impressed they were able to build a nest out of this junk.
Pretty ingenious indeed.
Doesn't look comfy though.
More to the point, I wonder if they've left any rare parts behind.
Here we go. Whoop.
The road's steep. Let's use the jump bot.
Agreed.
Be sure to watch your step and your head.
Mildly impressed they were able to build a nest out of this junk.
Pretty ingenious indeed.
Doesn't look comfy though.
More to the point, I wonder if they've left any rare parts behind.
think it is?
You bet your tail it is. My motorcycle! Sweet!
Prince, wait!
Yeah! It's not happy to see us.
And we've got no chance of outrunning something like that.
Then there's only one option left.
Breathing fire? Prince, get out of there! The ground's on fire! Do be careful, Prince. Good job, Prince!
Oh, now what?
Prince, get out of there! Good job, Prince!
Hot! Uh-oh, it's catching fire!
It's working! Keep on the offensive!
You're doing great.
Prince, easy on the boots! Keep going! Don't let up! Go!
Just a little more, Prince! Just a little more, Prince!
Prince, easy on the boots!
So, can you fix it?
I'm gonna need some parts for the repairs, but it should be fine.
Maybe we can find the parts lying around here. You still want some more, huh?
Huh?
Come at me with all you got, then!
Wait!
Seriously?
I think the Terrano is just trying to protect its eggs.
Oh. Don't worry. Those aren't what we're after.
He's telling the truth. We just want my motorcycle back. It looks like it understood us.
Prince, let's get out of here already. Quick, before it changes its mind.
Ah, good point.
I'm mildly impressed they were able to build a nest out of this junk.
Pretty ingenious indeed.
Doesn't look comfy, though.
More to the point, I wonder if they've left any rare parts behind.
Here we go.
It's a Terrano nest. Keep an eye on the skies.
Attacking from above is so cheap.
The road's steep. Let's use the jump bot.
Agreed.
Be sure to watch your step and your head.
People used to pass through here all the time. Now, the entire area is deserted. The neat roads disappeared under the sand, and only deadly creatures replaced them.
Maybe humans disappearing isn't always a good thing.
They'll probably come back when the water's on.
that was a blast. All right, my work here is done. Now I just need the right parts, as per usual.
Sure, but don't you need a blueprint too?
It's my bike. I could rebuild that thing in my sleep.
No kidding. Alrighty then.
Do you need anything? See you later. Do you need anything? See you later.
Hey! Nice to see you again! Is it just my... Oh yeah! I felt know, something cool, so I'll... Bring me any rare items you find. I'll make it... worth your while.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Have a look! Thank you!
Do you need anything?
See you later.
I can't believe humans actually managed to live here until recently.
You know what they say, there's no place like home.
Which means they must have had an even more powerful reason to leave.
Sis, I hope you're well.
Hmm? You crying?
No, I'm not. Now leave me alone.
You're shaking, you know.
Just leave already. I can't involve anyone else in this. If you talk to me, the bandits will kidnap you, just like Sis.
They kidnapped your sister?
Well, not exactly. But it might be even worse.
Explain.
We couldn't pay off my dad's debt anymore. So they took her instead.
Why take her when it's your dad's debt?
Well, Dad's gone. But his contract is still valid. There was no way we could pay it off at that interest rate. Dad said he'd been fooled into signing it, but they told him a deal's a deal.
With proof of fraud, you should be able to invalidate it.
They were gonna take me too. But Sis said she'd work enough for 2 people and went alone. She's frail, though. I doubt she could even do one person's work. We only borrowed that money in the first place to help her get well, you know. But it all backfired.
Just go save her then.
I would if I could. But we're talking about the worst outcasts of the diamonds. I could never face them.
Can't say you're wrong.
That's why I'm going to find a town to go work and save money. Then, I'll hire someone strong enough to defeat those bandits.
How about I take care of them?
It's too dangerous. I told you, they're the worst of the worst.
I'm the feed prince. Bandits are nothing to me.
You sure are confident. But I still don't have any money to thank you with. I gave everything we had to Sis when she left.
I don't need anything as useless as a human's gratitude. I just don't like it when someone acts like they're eviler than me.
You're really cool. You know that? Like a hero.
Well, don't insult me like that. Anyway, where are those bandits of yours?
I don't know exactly, but they were headed northeast of here.
Northeast. Gotcha.
Oh, wait! I'm coming with you. My sister went there alone because of me. So I have to help save her.
You'd just be dead weight. Wait here.
But Fine. I'll wait here. The bandits were headed northeast of here. Actually, I think I should go.
No, you wait here.